Welcome, everybody, to Week 12's Power Rankings. This is where me and Scott, not only do we power rank, but we rock 'em, sock 'em power rank. We duke it out with our power rankings, head to head. Who's got them better? You guys are going to tell us in the comments. We cannot wait to see what you have to say because today is going to be a fun battle. We've literally gone back and forth on today. The rankings are a lot different than they were last week. As you know, of course, my Bills are moving around because they came out and showed everybody who they are. So I can't wait to get into that. But Scotty, man, how are you feeling, man? You excited about this or what?
Yeah, love Rankings Week.
Me too. It's so exciting, man. This is one of my favorite parts of the week. So let's roll into it, man. Starting out, let's go over last week's rankings real quick. You had the Eagles at 1, followed by Colts, Pats, Broncos, Rams, and then your top 6, or your 6 through 10, I'm sorry, were Seahawks, Lions, Bills, Chiefs, Chargers. I had Colts, Seahawks, Patriots, Eagles, Rams as my top 5, and my 6 through 10 was Lions, Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs. And rounding up the bottom after that loss to the Dolphins was my Bills. Scott, anything you want to talk about with week 11 real quick before we roll in, or you want to roll right into 12?
No, let's roll right in.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Next up on the list, let's get started with our week 12 rankings. 6 through 10. I'm going to start with mine. I've got the Bills, the Seahawks, the Lions, the Niners, and the Steelers in that order. The Bills jumping all the way up from 10 to 6. Not quite in the top 5 yet, but a couple more wins of their belt. I'm sure they'll sneak their way back up there. No problem for me. You know, I love my Bills. I'll always be willing to push them up the board if ever I can. You notice the Seahawks dropped all the way back down from 2 into 7. So that's a pretty big drop on my side. Scotty, what did you have going into your 6 through 10?
I had number 10. I had the Niners. I got in. They got Brock Purdy back. Hopefully they'll get Ayuk back soon. I think they're trending upwards. So I got them at cracking into the top 10. Packers at number 9. Bills at number 8. Lions at 7. And Seahawks at 6.
All right, man. Before we get into the top 5, how the heck do you have my Bills below those Lions? I mean, explain yourself.
Well, I mean, the Lions just came off, even though they lost, they played in my opinion, it's the best team in football. So they lost to Philly on the road, pretty close game. So I still got them above the Bills.
Wow, man. Not only are you completely wrong, but you spoiled everybody's the top spot. So now you all know where Scott's going when it gets to number 1. But
remember too, Bills fans, you can't stop the run. And what do the Lions do best? They run the ball.
Oh my Lord. You hear that, guys? You hear that? I can't believe he's coming at us like that, but whatever, dude. I really don't agree with you at all. I do agree with your Seahawks being dropped down that far. I definitely think the Niners belong up there with you, but those Packers, man, how the heck do you still have those Packers in there, man? They have not looked good on offense at all. There's absolutely no reason for me to have them anywhere near the top 10 right now. I cannot believe you do.
Yeah, I still got them up there. I mean, they were out last week. They're back in. Jordan Love's playing a little bit better. The Josh Jacobs news hurts a little bit. I almost got the Steelers in there. They were the next. I almost had the Bears in there too. So we'll see what happens next week. But I'll be looking at the Packers this week to see if they stay in the top 10.
Man, all right. Well, it's whatever. It's your top 10, I guess. You do what you want. We all know he's wrong, though, right? Okay, let's look at number 5. Number 5 is my Broncos. I got them in 5, and you also have them at 5. So we're not going to argue that one. 5 at Broncos. That sounds like that's a spot for them that we both agree on. And I don't see any reason to get into that too much. What do we got at number 4? I have the Eagles, which we know Scott does not have at number 4.
Wow, what is that all about?
They didn't go anywhere, dude. They sucked. They barely won. They don't deserve to move around. This is where they were last week. This is where they stay.
Okay.
You know, this is the travesty. The fact that you've got the Rams all the way down at number 4. What is wrong with you, dude?
I don't know, man. I don't know what you got going on with the Eagles there, but no, I think the Rams are trending slowly upwards. So I expect them to keep continuing to go upwards. That, like I said, they've won 5 in a row. They're 3-2 in the conference. They're plus 100 in point differential. So they're in the top 5, in the top 4. So yeah, I see them trending upward, and as long as they can keep winning games, they're going to keep creeping up my power rankings board.
For everything you just said, they belong to be a lot higher than 4. But all right,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and move on to number 3 before I blow my top. The Patriots stick at number 3 for me. I feel like you probably have them in the same spot. Okay, you do. Thank God we're back to earth here. You didn't move them around and make it like some crazy thing and move them all the way up to your number 1 spot. Sticking them right where they belong right now at number 3, I think is worthy. The fact that they're below the Rams or they're above the Rams for me is just but whatever. Let's look at number 2. This is where it's going to get dicey. I've got the Colts at number 2. So I want to see what you've got the Colts at number 2 also, and meaning your Eagles are number 1. So, I mean, for us to both have the Colts and the Patriots 2 and 3 like that kind of shocks me just in general. The fact that we both have the same exact 2 and 3, that usually never happens. But number 1, we definitely do not agree on. I have the Los Angeles Rams as my top ranked team this week. And you have the Philadelphia Eagles still reigning in the top spot for God knows why on your rankings. We got to get into it. So we were swapping them 1-4 and 1-4. We've done this a couple of weeks in a row now with some really controversial swaps like this. Scott, what do the Eagles have to do to get moved out of your top spot? I mean, do they have to kill a baby or something? I don't understand what they got to do to get moved out of your top spot, because for some reason you seem to think they belong up there still. And it's baffling. I don't get it.
So they're number 1, in my opinion, is because and I'm a big proponent of conference play, because you have to play the teams in your conference to make to the Super Bowl. And they're 7-1 in the conference. So they're beating all the teams that they need to beat in their conference. They look
barely.
It doesn't matter what we talked about before. If you win by 1 point, a win is a win. And they beat a really good Lions team at home. So it wasn't a shootout like we thought it would be, but they got a great defense. They got a great offense. The Rams do also. But like I said, I want to see the Rams go into Lincoln Financial, where it's going to be cold and snowy, and I'll see Saquon running down the field in the snow, banging his helmet like he did last year. So I got the Eagles number 1.
The Rams have 3 Hall of Famers on their offense right now. They have 2 already for sure Hall of Famers in Matthew Stafford and Vontae Adams, and one that will most likely, barring any crazy injury situation, is well on his way to a gold jacket in Puka Nacua. So, I mean, I just don't understand how you can't look at that team and then see the way the Eagles could barely get out of their own way on offense right now and not have them higher. They're in the same conference, like you just said. I really don't think that the Rams and the Eagles, if they played tomorrow, would even be close. I think the Rams would destroy the Eagles right now.
Oh my God.
So to me, I don't see any reason why you have it like this. And, this is obviously going to be something that we're going to have a duke out for over the next few weeks for sure. As long as both these teams keep winning, this could be just a consistent argument that we have for weeks on end.
Well, it could be a future NFC Championship game in Philly. So until you beat the champs,
not only could be, but should be.
If you want to be the number 1 spot, you got to beat the champs. And right now, the champs have not been really tested. So I can't. I'm not going to knock them off until they lose.
Oh man, I can't believe it. I mean, I'd like to see him score more than 17 points in a game, but hey, I guess I got higher expectations for my number 1 slot than you do. That's power rankings this week, guys. Obviously, me and Scott love to have this duke out on a regular basis because you can tell. I mean, we never agree on these things. So I hope you guys will join us again next week. If you have not already, please go like and subscribe to the channel. We really need those subscriptions to help continuing to offer these amazing things to you guys, because we have as much fun doing this as you guys have listening. I really hope you enjoyed the show today, guys. We look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great night out there, or day, whatever time you're listening to this. We are out of here.